Welcome back to Superflat Survival Season 2, Episode 10. In the last episode, we defeated the End Dragon, and we looted a couple of End cities, which we got really lucky. We're right near the End Gateway. And let me show you just some of the loot that we brought back. So we've got the elytra on our back here, and we also have a spare pair of elytra in our ender chest. We also brought back 41 shulker shells. I've already crafted one shulker box and dyed it yellow. It's in my inventory. The other is right above my bed here, and it contains all of the enchanted diamond gear that we got. Some of this is a little bit older diamond gear, but most of this we brought back from the End City. To start the episode, I'd like to do a little bit of enchanting. I have 60 levels, and I want to try to fix some items that I have, and I would also like to enchant my spare pair of elytra with mending and unbreaking, just like we have on our elytra that we're wearing. So let's grab out a book. We'll do that first using this anvil. We'll place in our extra elytra, and we'll go ahead and add unbreaking and mending. I'm just going to store that away in our end chest for now. If in case we lose the one that we're wearing, we'll have a backup, which is nice. Let's see, what else can we do? We have 45 levels left. Maybe we should grab a few books and some lapis and see what we can get. Okay, let's do some enchanting. What can we get on a bow? Power 4 on a bow. That's a possibility. Let's see what we can get on a book. Okay, just lure 3, so I think we'll do the bow. Let's try the helmet, fire protection, and on boots the same. Okay, we're going to do the bow. So let's go ahead and enchant that with power 4, and we got infinity as well. That's going to be great. We can combine that with this power 4 flame bow later. Actually, we might just combine them now since we have the levels. Let's see what else we can enchant. Unbreaking on a diamond helmet, and we've got unbreaking on the boots as well. Let's try the helmet, I think. Oh, okay, that's actually pretty good for a helmet. It's just missing, what, protection 4. We can work on that. What can we get on boots? Blast protection, I'm not interested. Let's try another book. Bane of Arthropods. All right, I'm not interested in that either. Let's use the anvil again to put together a couple more pieces then. Using our levels that we have left, we can combine these leggings. So we'll put mending and protection 4 together, which is pretty good, but it's even better if we add unbreaking 3, and we had a book for that. And let's see, we'll combine these bows as well, and that'll be a good start to a backup bow. We'll have to work on that later. I already have a backup bow in my end chest anyway. It's better than the one I'm using, but we'll have another spare as well. Okay, 19 levels left. I don't think we're going to be able to enchant much more than that, but at least we got a pretty good use out of some of those levels there. You may have noticed some changes around the base here. You can see behind me there's a chorus plant growing. I brought those back from the end, and in between episodes I planted them down. I haven't done any harvesting yet, but we can do that anytime if we need some purr. I removed the netherwort farm that was over here and planted wheat instead because I want to make some packed mud bricks, and we have a way to get mud. In fact, we have quite a few stacks from when we dug out the fishing hole over there. But if we grow up some wheat and combine that with the mud, we can use packed mud for some building, and that's a block I would like to have. I've also been waiting around the base, just kind of hanging out, punching some carrots and doing some other random things, collecting some resources, and mostly waiting for wandering traders to spawn in. We did get quite a few wandering traders, but none of them unfortunately had the trades I was looking for, which was the pointed dripstone and the sugarcane. We did, however, get, what's it called? We got some ferns. We got melon seeds, which is great. I already planted some down, and we can make a farm for melons soon. I also got pale oak saplings, and cherry saplings as well. And did we have dark oak already? I can't remember, but we did get those ones. And I've planted a few down out there already to collect some of those blocks. We also got, where is it? Here, this one, kelp. So I already grew some kelp up using the watering hole, and we have 20 of those now. We can use kelp. And what else did we get? Oh, we got some coral blocks, some lily of the valley, some buckets of pufferfish, and is that it? I feel like I'm missing something, but I can't remember what it is. In between episodes, I also had an opportunity to do some horse breeding. I've been working on trying to get some of these horses leveled up. Some of them are looking pretty good. Look at this guy has more hearts than any of the others. And I checked the speed too. This one and one of the ones without the cuffs, or with the cuffs, is also very speedy, and their jumps are improving as well. So I'll keep working on the horses. I also removed some more of the stronghold, and so this is all that we have left above our base is this existing section of the stronghold, and I have a little addition up there on the top, and we're going to go up there in just a moment because today, in this episode, we're going to be working on a mob farm. Before we go up there and look at the area where our mob farm is going to be, we need to do some crafting of some materials that are going to help us with this farm. And I think we'll use our new yellow shulker box here, and we need to fill it with some resources for this build. So let's grab a stack of glass, and we need some building blocks. Let's bring a little bit of glowstone. I don't know if I need to actually use that or not, but we'll bring it. I also need wood for trapdoors. There's a bunch of wood in here. We'll just use oak, I think, because we have so much of it. Let's bring 3 stacks. That should be enough. And we need to craft some trapdoors, but we can do that later. The rest of the building blocks, I think, are already up there. I guess we don't need this box after all. I have enough space in my inventory. Let's go up and take a look. I think I do have a couple of rockets. The problem is we still don't have sugarcane to make a paper farm, and I only have a stack of rockets in my ender chest here and 2 in my inventory. Getting up is the hard part. Getting down is quite easy, but we can fly. Can we make this? Yes, okay, perfect. We flew all the way up here to the stronghold on 1 rocket. And here's the end portal right here. We are going to need this bed today. Let's move it over to the area where we're working. And in this chest right here are the building materials that I'm going to be using today. So these are all the stone bricks, cracked and mossy variants, as well as some cobblestone. And let's go ahead and load up our shulker box, and we'll take it up to the platform where our mob farm is going to be constructed. Oh, I almost forgot the hoppers, but we can easily just fly down to our base and craft those quickly. I knew there was something I was missing. All right, I think I have iron, and I just need a few chests here. We're going to make 4 hoppers for this farm. That should be enough, right? Can I click on the thing and use the... Yes, quick craft. It's a beautiful thing. There we go. There's our 4 hoppers that we needed. And now we can use our last rocket to fly up there and start building this mob farm. I don't think the rockets actually get me all the way up, but it gets me really close. Yeah, we can land here, and then we'll just use this little bridge to get up to the platform where we're going to build the mob farm. Look at the view from up here. Isn't it amazing? If you look below, you might be able to see... No, you can barely see it, but I did a torch spam down there in the area above where we're going to build the mob farm, and hopefully that'll keep the hostile mobs from spawning. If we go up here, you can see that I have constructed on this platform here a large tower that goes all the way up to Y level 32. And this is going to be the platform where we're going to stand and beat up the mobs that fall down. So we need to make a drop chute for them, and then we need to make some kind of water dish for them, some kind of bowl that they can land in before they drop down, so that the water can push them into the farm. And it's just a standard mob farm. I'm sure you've seen these before. In fact, we built one very similar in season 1. So let's get started with the hoppers. I think, let's see, did I decide I wanted to change this? Because I was thinking about moving one of these chests over and having it be slightly off center. That way we have a place to stand and swing at the mobs. So we might go ahead and do that, but that means I need to add to this platform real quick. Where did I get those? Oh, I broke the chest, right? Okay, let's place the hoppers going into the back. And we'll place 4 in. That's how big the drop chute's going to be. And I'm just going to extend this over a little bit. And there we go. Those are the blocks that we need to build up, which means we don't need this to be so wide here, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it for now. All right, let's grab some building blocks and we'll start stacking up. I think I need the drop chute to be, let's see, how many blocks tall do I need it to be? So we're gonna do like that for the foundation, and then I want to use glass, but I also need to be able to swing at the mobs here somehow without that chest being in the way. So where do we want the mobs to fall? I know I want slabs on top of the hoppers, and then that means we need to build up these blocks one more. And then we can do a layer of glass above this chest, I believe. Where's my glass? There we go. So let's place some glass against these blocks here. And then I think that means we need to go up a little bit higher. So let's see. Okay, we're going to leave that open. So let's place blocks here. Oh, and it looks like it's going nighttime, so we should also place our bed down and sleep as well. I want to let it go nighttime really quick, though, because I'm curious to see what the mob spawning looks like underneath where we're going to build this mob farm. Do I have any slabs? I do. I have some smooth stone slabs. I think I actually want to use these, but I'm not sure exactly where I want them to be. How big? Okay, we don't want baby zombie problems, so I think I need to do slabs here, and that'll let me get into, let's see, this area. Let's see, that's glass. Okay, I need to be a little bit higher than that. Let's put a slab here and see what that does. No, that puts me at eye level. I need to be a little bit higher than that. So a block here, maybe we can do slab. Slab? Okay, no, that's in the way. I want to be able to crouch and get right in there if I need to. This looks pretty good, though. I think I can stand right here and hit the mobs with my sword, which I don't have on me. All right, it's nighttime now. Let's take a look over the edge and see what it looks like. Okay, now you can clearly see the torches. So I lit up a large area underneath where the mob farm is going to be, and I do see a concentrated group of slimes there, but I don't think that's not gonna be a problem for the spawning rates, since the spawning chamber is gonna be way up in the air there. Now it's time to build the drop chute. I want to go up approximately 21 blocks, and that should allow the mobs to fall and take a lot of fall damage. Most mobs, I believe they only need about 24 blocks, except witches, which need almost 32, I think, for the fall damage to kill them. But we're just going to be concerned with the mobs. We want them to survive the fall so that we can use the looting effect to get the maximum drops out of them. So let's go ahead and put in these blocks. I'm just randomly placing in stone, but I wanted an opportunity to use some of the mossy and cracked variants of the stone as well. So I'm just kind of making this slightly random. and putting in some of those more interesting blocks. I'm also putting an extra block in the corner here, and that's just so that I have a way down after I've built up this drop chute here. That's not very random, is it? Here, let's get some more of the mossy in. And we have a lot of the stone blocks, so that's what we're going to use the most, I think. So let's do this, and then we'll throw in a couple more. There, that layer had a lot of mossy, didn't it? And then we'll use some more cracked here, and switch back to the regular. I've lost count of how high we are. That's okay, I can count later. I think we're not there yet, so let's keep going. Cracked one there, mossy, mossy, sure, why not? And now that we have our drop chute, the height we want it, it's time to put in the platform that's going to contain the water that pushes the mobs toward the center. So I'm just going to build a square platform. These bricks here, they go out 7. So let's go ahead and get the rest of these placed in. And then we'll fill it with water and build the spawning platforms above. I think I lost count. I need one more brick here. There we go. So this area here is going to push the mobs to the center, which means it's time to remove our way up. So we'll just get rid of this ladder. I think I'll just leave the rest of the ladders there. Oh, maybe this should be cobblestone to match the rest. Okay, yeah, I have a stack on me. So we'll close that up, and now it's time to add the water. I only brought 2 buckets up here with me, but once we place 2 of them down, we can use them over and over again to pick up more water like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to put water in all the way around, so like so. And then when we're done with that, we'll place it on the corners as well. So let me get this filled in with water, and then we can start building the actual spawning platforms above here. Let's see, did I do that whole thing? As you can see, the water all flows toward the middle now. So we just need to add a water source on the corners. And then I think I need to go down for some more blocks before we can start building in the spawning platforms. But that's all the water done. I'm almost out of stone brick. Actually, it looks like I have more than I thought. But I think we're just going to make the roof out of cobblestone because it looks like I have more of that than any other block at the moment. So we'll do a cobblestone roof, and we're going to put slabs on top of the roof as well to prevent mob spawning. It's time to put in the trap doors now. So let's grab some wood here, and we're going to craft a whole bunch of these trap doors. How many can we make? Can I make trapdoors like this? Yes, I can. Okay, that's not quite enough, but almost 2 stacks might be. Let's just get started with that, and we'll see if we need to craft more. Once I get up here, you can see what I've done is basically scaffold around between the different spawning platforms. I did manage to get 3 full platforms in here. And if we go up to the very top, you can see this is going to be the roof made of cobblestone. So down here are the different spawning platforms, and they're all lit up for now. Hopefully they'll stay that way. What I need to do is go out to the farthest ones and start placing in the trapdoors. And then once I'm done, I'll remove the cobblestone scaffolding blocks in between. And I'll just let them drop down below. Actually, this will be... I probably should have done the trapdoors earlier. That way I had an easy way to get across. So I I'm definitely gonna need more than 2 stacks of trapdoors here. Let's just turn all of these logs into planks, and then we'll turn those into trapdoors, because it was about 2 stacks just for one level. Yeah, let's put in, how many is this? Okay, that's 2 stacks. So that's one level, which means we're not gonna quite have enough, but I can go down and get more. I'm out, right? Yep, no more wood, but that's okay. Let's make as many trapdoors as we can, and we'll get more wood later. Now that we've got the roof on, it's time for one of the scariest bits, which is removing the torches and making sure all the trapdoors are open. Down. Making sure all the trapdoors are down. As I remove torches from each layer, it gets darker and darker. But I think it's not until we remove this final layer here when things get really dangerous for us. All right, let's add this block back in. Let's see. And then that's going to be our way down right there. And hopefully that won't interfere with the mobs dropping down from above. As soon as I remove the last torches, we should start getting some mob spawns. Let's find out what happens. I need to get a trapdoor here and here, and let's start flipping these all down. Just a couple torches left, and we should start seeing mobs spawn in here. I'm nervous. Should I be? Okay, I think this is the last torch here, and then I need to make my getaway. Let's see, what's the best way to do this? Let's get down on the ladders here, and we'll place that block in. I might be too close for them to spawn, actually, so we might have no problems here. But we need to get all the way back down, so let's remove these blocks. And let's see, I guess I'll make my escape out the side. Okay, so that's all. Oh, I need to put a block here as well. And let's just put in... Do I have any cobblestone left? Yes, I do. Okay, maybe I can place it down. Will it let me come down here? Let's try to break the ladders. Okay, there we go. I made myself a little bubble column. And I can place a block above myself. And these ladders here will help us get down. I also just dropped a bunch of water over the side, which is going to remove my torches from down below. So I'll have to clean that up in just a moment. But first, let's sleep and find out if our mob farm is working. See if our mob farm is working. It sounds like it is. Yep, it's full of mobs, just like I suspected. I'm glad we did 3 layers instead of just 2. I almost stopped when I ran out of resources, but I'm glad we made more resources and went the full 3 layers because I think that really helps with this farm. And it looks like the drop is pretty good. I'm able to punch most of the mobs, especially the creepers and the skeletons. The zombies are a little bit more stubborn, but if we want to, we can switch to our looting 3-sword and take them all out in big groups. And I think we should get a fair amount of XP from this farm. There we go, but we might have to sneak over here to the corner every time. Wow, that's pretty good for XP. One thing we don't need here anymore is this bed. We're not going to be able to sleep with mobs here, so let's just go ahead and put slabs. And let's go ahead and slab the entire thing up as well. I don't want anything spawning up here on this platform. And just in case, I think we will slab the entire thing. So let's remove this shulker box and the torch, and I'm just going to put slabs everywhere. Although I would like a little bit of light up here. Oh, I'm out of slabs. Okay, it looks like we're leaving a torch after all. Alright, the mobs have had like a minute there. And look how many there are already. Here, let's take them out. The creepers make me nervous. Can I reach the ones in the back? The ones in the back especially, if they get line of sight, they won't hesitate to explode. And we get a ton of XP in the side. I'm going to have to be careful crouching at this farm. Oh, the ladder is in the way, I think. But I can maneuver around it. Yeah, it's hard to get the ones in the back, I notice. But this should be a nice little mob grinder XP farm for us. I'm glad we built this. And we're back up to 30 levels. This thing works great. And look at all the loot we're getting in here. Rotten flesh, string, arrows, bones, and lots of gunpowder. I think this is going to be a great farm. I'll come back up here in between episodes and see how good this mob farm really is. But for now, I want to go back down and sleep. I wonder if I've missed any spawns from wandering traders while I was up there working on the farm. Ow! That was a hard landing. A little enchanting to end the episode. On diamond boots, we can get protection 4, and that's all we got. But that's not too bad. I think I will keep that one. But that is going to do it for this episode of Superflat Survival. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next episode. Look at all these carrots.